Assalamu alaikum. I am Luqman Qaida and this is 𝐲𝐬 Academy. This episode inshallah will be an introduction to the Arabic heavy letters and the Arabic light letters. الحروف المفخمة and الحروف المرققة. So stay tuned.
𝐲𝐬 Academy.
This is just to remind you that we are explaining using Al-Minhaj book, the official book of 𝐲𝐬 Academy. So these are the all Arabic letters that we want to classify them today. So I want now to show you this, okay? One that has muscles and the other one doesn't. So can you guess what do you think about these two images, or this images indicates to what? Okay, I'm waiting for you to think about this. Actually, we have two types of the letters. We have letters that's called heavy letters, heavy Arabic letters, and we have other letters are called light letters. So these are the main two categories of the Arabic letters. Some of them are heavy letters and the other are light letters. So what is the difference between them? So let's first of all take an example. So this letter is letter, for example, sin, and this one is letter صاد. Okay, there is no difference between these two letters except heaviness and lightness. Letter sin is a light letter, but letter صاد is a heavy one. Sa, saw, sa, the first one, which is light one, sa, and saw, a heavy one. So for these two letters, they have the same point of articulation, okay, have the same way of pronouncing, okay, but there is no difference between them except heaviness and lightness. Letter sin is a light letter and letter صاد is a heavy one. So what does that mean? What does heavy letter and light letter mean, and what is the difference between them? So let's discover the difference between them together. So the difference is this curve and and this line can explain for us the difference between the heavy letter and the light one. So you see this is the shape of the tongue, okay, and this is also the shape of the tongue. So if we want to draw a face like this, and here is the mouth, okay, and here is the tongue. So this part is the back of the tongue, and also this part is the back of the tongue. So the difference between heavy letter and light one is the back of the tongue is raised. If this is a tongue, the back of the tongue is raised when we pronounce heavy letter. But when we pronounce a light letter, the back of the tongue is not raised. You see, it's so simple. So the difference between heavy letters and light letters, the heavy letter, the back of the tongue is raised, but the light one, the back of the tongue is raised. So when we say sa, and then we say saw, nothing changed except the back of the tongue. The back of the tongue is raised when we said saw, but is not raised when we said sa and saw. And this is something called in Arabic الاستعلاء والاستفال. This is the attribution or qualities of the letters. الاستعلاء means the back of the tongue is raised, and الاستفال it means the back of the tongue is not raised. قال ابن الجزري رحمه الله في المنظومة الجزرية: وسبع علو خص ضغط قذ حصر, which means the letters that have this attribute, which is الاستعلاء, which means they are heavy letters. These letters خص ضغط قذ, خص ضغط قذ. This is what Ibn al-Jazari said. So when we speak about the heavy letters and the light letters, we speak about the movement of the back of the tongue. If it's raised, the letter will be heavy. If it's not raised, the letter will be light. One of the common mistakes here is some Quranic students or some people, or this is not just among non-native Arabic speakers, this is also among native Arabic speakers themselves. They think that heavy letter, we will change the shape of the lips or the mouth, and the light letter we will not. So when they pronounce letter Sad, you will find them make like this, saw, like this, saw. Okay, and they think by this, by closing or by circling the lips like this, they make the letter heavy, and this is completely wrong. Why? Because the matter is not related to the shape of the lips at all. The matter is just related to the back of the tongue. If the back of the tongue is raised, the letter will be light. If the back of the tongue is not raised, the letter will be if the back of the tongue is raised, the letter will be heavy. But if the back of the tongue is not raised, the letter will be light. Okay, and there is nothing to do with the shape of the lips. So you have to say like this, saw. And a common mistake when we say Surah Al-Fatiha at the end of the surah, غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. You see, ولا الضالين. الضاد is heavy without making any change of the shape of the lips or the mouth. And here's a common mistake. Some students say ولا الضالين. They think that to make a letter heavy, they have to change the shape of the lips or the mouth and say like this, ولا الضالين. And this is completely wrong. You have to say like this, غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين, without any change of the mouth or lips. The matter is just related to the back of the tongue. If it's raised, it will be heavy, the letter. If it's not raised, the letter will be light. So now we came to the end of this episode. I hope this matter is clarified now, is clear now for all of you. And I hope that you make a heavy letter by just raising the back of the tongue and not changing the shape of the mouth. If you have any question, just let me know in the comment section below. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. See you inshallah in the next episode. Now we came to the end of this episode. So if you want to follow up the next episodes, consider subscribing. Also, if you want a qualified Quran tutor, whether for yourself or your kids, we are providing online Quran classes. Don't forget to check out our app. See you inshallah in the next episode. Assalamu alaikum.
Shaykhi Academy. Learn and enjoy.